In this video, I'm going to show you how to fold two origami models based on the Sparaxis unit designed by Ekaterina Lukasheva, a star from 6 units and a Kusudama from 30 units. Diagrams are published in her book Kusudama Origami, which features many of her fantastic designs, and the diagrams are really clear, as well as how to assemble the different structures. Do also check out Ekaterina Lukasheva's website kusudama.me, which is fantastic, and her YouTube channel. Now this video will have 4 parts. First, I'll give you some tips on what kind of pattern paper you can use so that the inside petals of the Sparaxis have a different color than those of the outside. Then I'm going to show you how to fold modules and how to connect them. And finally, I'll first show you the assembly of the star shape from 6 units and then the Kusudama or sphere from 30 units. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the paper you need. We need half a square for each unit. So this one I'm using in this video is 10 centimeters by 5 centimeters or 4 inches by 2 inches. And then the star shape has a diameter that's this distance between two opposite points of about 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches, and it's about 4.5 centimeters or 1 3/4 of an inch deep. The Kusudama from 30 units has a diameter of about 12 centimeters or 4 3/4 of an inch. Now, from paper that has just one color, the reverse doesn't matter, but it's plain paper, you have the same color in the inside petals and the outside petals. But as you can see with both the star here and the Kusudama here, you can also try to achieve a different color on the inside petals and the outside petals to kind of really contrast that a bit more. Now, one easy way to find out how to take the right patterned paper for such an effect is to simply fold a module and then start coloring the sections you're interested in. So here we're always interested in the inner petal color and the outer petal color, including these sides. And we'll see in a second how to fold this, but if we unfold it just very quickly, then we'll see the crease pattern. And from that crease pattern, we can then kind of see what kind of patterned paper works really well for specific coloring. So here you can see that we need this section to be colored for the outside petals and for the inside petals, these sections. A simple way of achieving plain colored petals would then be to have half a square reserved for one petal color, then a full square reserved for the outer petal color, and then again half a square for another inside petal color. So for these modules here, I actually used yellow, red, and then here pink. And you can see a slight fading effect because there were actually half circles here rather than, a stark finish. So I hope that helps you out with choosing the paper you want to use. Next, let's look at how to fold one unit. We're going to fold the sheet of paper in half lengthwise with the color side up and unfold, and then bring each of the corners to the central crease line. Then we're going to flip the model over and fold point to point, making a sharp crease, unfold, and then we're going to crease the diagonals. So I find it easiest to get a nice diagonal that goes exactly through this intersection, by ensuring that the crease goes through this point and that point. So I'm making a sharp point here. I'm making a sharp point in the top by pinching, and then making a crease throughout. And same on the other side. And then crease again. Now we're going to just take that paper and bring it into this shape of a preliminary fold. And in the top it's closed, in the bottom it's open. And then we're going to take one of those edges from the closed top and bring it to the central crease line. And repeat on all 4 sides. 2 in the front and 2 on the reverse. Then we're going to take these lower edges and also bring them to the center. And so that the next step is easy, ensure that when you fold in that you don't surpass that parting right here, else the paper will be locked slightly. So that means that maybe you won't fold quite to the center, and that's okay. Same thing on the other side. Now we're going to look inside here, and we have these flaps that we can fold out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And flatten them out, and then fold them in along the existing crease. Finally, we're just going to do this on 2 parts. We're going to fold, like seen from this perspective, that corner down so that it aligns with the edge in the back. And this is just a shaping detail of the inner petal. And then you're going to flip it over, and again on the right you're going to fold it down. And it's important that you always fold it down on the right for all modules, so that this makes a pocket and this makes a flap, and they need to fit together. So to show you how to put 2 of these together, we just quickly need to fold a second module. Now we have 2 modules, and this is one of the pockets, and this right here is one of the flaps. To assemble these, and the lock is very tight, which is great, we're going to unfold the pocket completely, right all the way, except for perhaps that small flap. And then we're going to insert this section of paper and align it exactly with that crease line right there. And then you can refold the pocket, and right along here you're creating a new crease on that flap, and that makes it a very tight lock. And that's the important part to getting a very tight lock. So then we folded that, and then we fold this, and then the 2 modules are connected. Now that we understand how to connect 2 units, let's work on this 6-unit star. So here are 6 units, and we're going to take 2 units and connect them first. For this we're going to open one of the pockets completely and insert one of the flaps into the pocket by refolding that pocket and creating a new crease right here. on the flap of that light purple module. And then we're going to flip this over and also connect the units on the other side by inserting the flap into the pocket and refolding the pocket. And then continue adding the other modules in the same fashion. And once you've connected all 6 modules, you need to connect the first one and the last one. For this, we want to ensure that the shape is convex, so that the central point pops up rather than inside. So we're going to open a pocket, and then insert, and you could have it concave pointing in. We don't want that, but we want it to be convex. Can you see that? It's popping to the top. And then close the module, locking the pocket again. That's one side done, and then also the other side. Again, opening the pocket, putting the flap inside, and refolding the pocket. Then maybe straighten out the flaps, and your star shape is done. Just that pocket opened up. There you go. Finally, let's work on the Kusudama, which requires 30 modules and is basically a sphere. So here are the 30 modules we require, and we're first going to form a ring of 5 modules. And this time we're just going to connect on one side and not on both sides, as we just did for the star with the 6 modules. So I'm connecting 5 units now, just on one side. And once you've got 5 connected, we're going to connect the first and the 5th one, and this time we want a concave shape so that the point goes inside and not outside. So opening up the pocket, and then inserting the flap to get a concave shape. Closing it up, just ensure that that pocket isn't inside, and closing up that unfolded pocket again to get a concave ring of 5. Next, we're going to add modules to these 2 already connected units. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more modules. And now we've connected 1 unit here And then you can see this is the module. We used that pocket of the orange module, and now we're going to use this pocket of the yellow module. So it's the one closest to that red unit, so that you can see we're forming a triangle. And continue all the way around. Now we've completed our ring of 5, and each of the 2 consecutive points are joined with a third unit. Now you have 3 units here, and you can add 2 more to again make a ring of 5. And again, take care that when joining the first and the 5th unit of the ring, that you get a concave shape. Should be fairly easy this time round. The first time round you have to be a bit more careful, but still this could turn convex, which we don't want. And now that we have that next ring of 5, we again want to have always 3 units joined, kind of connecting those points. So we can add 1 unit here and connect it over there. And here you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 units joined, so we can add a 5th one to have another ring of 5. So here we have the next ring of 5, and again we can add a unit here to make a point with 3 units. There we go. And again we have 4 units, so we can add a 5th one here. There we go. And now again we have 2 units, so we want to add a 3rd unit to have that point of 3. There we go. And now we can see where we want to continue. So for example, here I have 3 units connected. That has to be a ring of 5. And we can already see here that we have 3 modules here now, 1, 2, 3, and they're next to a ring of 5, so we need to join these to get a 3 point. I like to connect the units as soon as I kind of see that they need to be together, because it's easier to avoid adding units in places where you don't need a new one if you kind of go with that method. And now we have 4 units, and we need to add the 5th one. There we go. And now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We need another 5th one, and we need one that connects these 2. So if we add one here to complete the ring of 5 and that 3 point. There we go. Now let's look further. We can see that here there's 2 units and we need to make a 3-point out of it because here there's 5. And then here again we can see 2 units and we need to add a 3rd one because here there's a ring of 5. There we go. And now we can again see 3 units, so there needs to be 5 to complete a ring. So let's first add this one right here. And then let's see, we're going to add another one next to it to complete a ring of 5. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can connect the 1st and the 5th one. There we go. And now let's have another look here. There's 2 modules connected and we need to have a point of 3. So we're going to add one here, joining this module and that module. There we go. And then we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can join these 2 units. And let's see what we're going to do next. We've got 2 modules right here. There need to be 3 to form a point of 3 because there's a ring of 5 here. There we go. And then we can perhaps join these 2 modules to get a point of 3. And then here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can join these 2 units. It's always about checking, do you need to have 5 units or 3 units connected? And then counting out how many units there already are. If you go with that, then you should be okay with assembling this structure. And then here we can again look, we've got 2 units, and it's next to a ring of 5, so again we need to have 3. And then here we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so we need to have a 5th unit right in there. And now we really just need 1 module added, so let's quickly check. We've got 3 units here, but they're not connected yet, so let's connect them. We've got 3 units here, 1, 2, 3, so let's connect them. And we've got 2 units here, so let's connect them with that final module. Now here you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So let's connect those 5 to a ring. And then here we have a 3-point, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to connect this module to that one. And then your shape of a Kusudama, of a sphere compiled of 30 units, is all done. I hope you enjoyed learning how to fold the Sparaxis unit designed by Ekaterina Lukasheva and how to assemble it into a Kusudama from 30 units and a 3D star from 6 units. If you liked this model, you might also enjoy folding a star sonobe designed by Maria Sinaiska, or this star infinity from a single sheet of paper by Francesco Guarnieri. I also have a playlist of instructions for further modular origami models. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next videos, and finally, do check out my website happyfolding.com for more origami content. I hope to see you around, and happy folding!